Welcome to Small Talk with Kenya and Dawn. I'm Dawn.
And I'm Kenya.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with another topic that we're really excited to discuss. We're going to be just talking about friendships. And I had referenced before about one of my best friend. We've been best friends now for over 30 years. And I can tell you I am blessed to have that friendship. But when I think about friendships, I think about confiding in one another. I think about being dependable. And one thing that I'm big on is loyalty. What's something that you consider with a friendship?
All of those things. I learned most of them later in life because I don't think I have had those qualities in a lot of people that I knew before. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to put it under loyalty. If I don't talk to you in a few weeks, that does not mean I'm acting funny. I just might be busy. I mean, I don't know. Life is happening. But once I start having, I'm gonna call them adult friendships, where I didn't have to explain those things or feel any kind of way. Then yeah, those are the same qualities that I was looking for in friendship.
Yeah, friendships can be tricky sometimes with people, especially now that when we were not saved and with my best friend, right? We were all unsaved. It's not that we weren't believers,
right?
But we weren't saved. When our lives changed, then it was something that our friends accepted.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of people don't have that luxury of where their friends are very accepting of their new lifestyle, because walking a Christ-like walk is a lifestyle. It's not just something that's not a fly-by-night thing. It's a complete change in your behavior. It's a complete change in your conversation. It's a change in places that you go, in things that you see. It's just a complete transformation. But it's something that our friends accepted, and it's something that they respected.
That's good.
So, have you had any conflicts with friendships?
I don't want to say it was conflict. I think it was more mockery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's sad.
Yeah, and that's why I say adult friendships.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, well, not long time, but kind of like in the beginning of really kind of coming into understanding being in a relationship, everything changes, or it should.
Yeah.
So when I start looking different, I was the church lady, or that kind of, and that's what I call mockery. And now, on the flip side of it, now my grown friendships that the more mature friendships.
Yeah.
One thing I remember one of my friends told me. She said, "You're just so different," and I like it. And it almost had me on guard in the beginning. You're so different.
Yeah.
But she gave me comfort in that, and she kind of gave me permission to not be on guard anymore. Yeah, that I was coming into some different types of friendships. Yeah.
And let me tell you, earlier today, my best friend called me on the phone. Maybe one of these days I can try to get her in here. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Maybe she'll be willing to come. I'd love for her to come on. But she called me and she said, Dawn, I really enjoyed the conference. And she said, she was talking about, because actually my husband had to pinch hit for someone that wasn't able, one of the speakers, she had an emergency and wasn't able to come in. So my husband was there and he stepped in and he did a presentation, which I'm really thankful that he did. But she said, just watching you two, she said how much that you've grown over the years. She said, when you first started, your walk with and with your faith, she said, until where you are now, she said, I can see. She said, I can truly see the transformation in you two. She said, and then watching you on the stage, she said, just talking, she was like, I noticed you used to be afraid to talk in front of people. And I was like, I was petrified to do it. And I said, but now it's so much easier for me because I just have come out of that shell to where I'm able to do that. But she said, I love what you guys are doing now. She said, I absolutely love to see how you guys are working together, and just where you were, where you started, and where you are now. She was like, it's completely different. She said, I know, she said, that you guys have changed.
Wow.
And she said, the other thing she said, I just want to tell you, she said, how proud I am of you. And that really, really made me feel good, because a lot of times people, and I don't know if you've been labeled sometimes, because I've heard even like one of my family members has said, oh, y'all holy rollers now.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm going to continue to roll as holy as I can. And I left it at that.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like kind of what you said. And I didn't think about it that way when you said mockery. And then that came back to my remembrance.
Yeah.
And it didn't really bother me. And it kind of made me sad.
Yeah. That's where I am now. As where I got the permission, I don't have to be on guard anymore. So I'm no longer mad at the comments. It literally makes me sad, because I understand now, you know. And I think that's really awesome what your friend does or did, because I think a lot of times we're going through life and we don't always notice the change that we've made in ourselves. And when other people make you aware of it, it makes you feel like, okay, well, I am doing something right.
Right.
You know, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I remember my uncle said to me, and I know we're talking about friendships, but my uncle was a person that was very, very dear to me. And he was, of course, he was older than me. He was my mom's brother.
Okay.
And he passed away in 2001. And which really broke me when he passed, because when I grew up, we were so close.
Okay.
And when I came home one time, no, it wasn't, but he called me on the phone one day, and we were talking because he was dealing with his illness. And he said, Dawn, I can really tell how much that you've changed.
Wow.
He said, you've changed so much. And before, of where he may not have been asking for prayer for anything, he would call me or he would text me and ask me for prayer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that probably within that illness, that's something that brought him closer to God and closer to Christ. And I think it really developed his relationship towards, you know, the end when he really got sick. And that he was a believer, but he wasn't practicing like a lot of us have not practiced before. Yeah. But when he said that, and it made me feel so good, because he wasn't just my uncle, he was my friend as well. Yeah, he was my friend. So to have people that have known you for years and be accepting of the change and not try to change you and then try to not throw things at you, to me, those are true friendships. Those are true friendships. Yeah. But even, let me just rewind a little bit when I said, because I'm really big on loyalty. I'm real big on that. A lot of people, a lot of friends that you say that are friends, they don't even know what that really means. Right. They have no idea what that means. And I think a lot of times people may believe that, and I don't know, tell me what you feel about this, is just say that, okay, we're friends. And then, but there's somebody that you don't like, right? I don't know what it was. I have no idea, but that person is very friendly with me. We're cool. We get along okay. I don't know what that is, but we're cool and we get along okay. That's okay. But my conversation with that person is not going to have anything. I'm not going to discuss you with that person.
Absolutely not.
I'm not going to
know there's a conflict. No,
I'm not going to discuss. I don't have any words to say.
Right.
And I'm not going to allow that person to say anything negative about you. And probably, you know, we can be cool and talk and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But there's going to be a boundary that's set there. And if I feel like that person has crossed that boundary, because I have to say that my first loyalty would be to you. I can still be cool with this person, but there's only a certain amount there's really no amount that they're going to be able to say anything negative about you and I'm not going to have a conversation with that person about you. Our conversation is going to be completely different. What's your thoughts about that?
That's another one of those adult friendships, because I can see where that potentially has gone messy many times, and there was no loyalty in it. I think people kind of fed the mess a little bit. So yeah, I think that's one of those friendships there. And the other part of that is people don't understand that those types of friendships can happen.
Yeah.
And so that's why I call it one of those adult friendships.
I like that. I like that phrase, adult friendships,
Yeah.
because you grow.
You grow, yeah. You're more mature now, and you start understanding things that might have been funny, trying to be messy at one point in time. But once you really get into that mature stage and actually start seeing things and understanding relationships, period. You understand how to put those boundaries in place. You don't mind putting those boundaries in place. And you're going to keep those lines clear. They're not going to get blurred.
Yeah. No, they won't. The lines definitely won't be blurred. I think in those instances, you have to have a made up mind.
Oh yeah.
To say, you know what, we're not going to talk about. I know y'all don't get along, and I'm not going to discuss. And I recently had that happen.
Wow.
Where something was brought to my attention about someone else, and I had to separate the two. I don't have discussions with either one of them. My conversations are going to be, I don't discuss one with the other.
Right.
My conversations are going to be separate.
Yeah.
They're not going to cross those lines like that.
And I don't think a lot of people are confident enough to say that. We're not going to talk about that. I think a lot of people still have a problem even just expressing to be able. I think they kind of feel like I gotta be on both sides of the line, or kind of toe it a little bit different, because I want to be your friend and I want to be her friend too. But we as adults, in growing into maturity, I can be your friend and your friend too, and y'all not like each other. I mean, who knows? You may be able to repair that.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, if given the opportunity.
Right.
But I also think people have to be willing.
Yeah, that's the big part.
You gotta be willing to do it, and it's really not that hard. Because honestly, I don't see my friend every day. I don't see friends every single day.
Right. Talk to them either.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I told my daughter today, I'm gonna try to get one of the kids sometime next month. And I'm looking to see when can I do it. We're looking at the middle to the end of November. I don't have time for my own kids sometimes.
Right.
And I'm struggling.
Right.
Because I got a lot going on throughout the week. And it's like I don't have time to sit up and do those things. It's okay. I don't have time to fool around with a bunch of mess. I just don't. And honestly, I talk to my best friend on the phone. I talk to you on the phone. Talk to my sister. Talk to my mom. The people that I'm really talking to are my kids.
Yeah. But
that's who I'm really talking to now. I don't even have time to put stuff in there.
Yeah.
To put a whole, I can't do a lot of conversations right now. I can't do it. And I'm not going to fill it up with messy conversations.
No, you don't have the energy.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. But I think that's another one of those identifiers that you're truly my friend. If I haven't talked to you in weeks, when you call, I'm not going to be shady. Oh, where you been? And I don't even have the energy for that anymore. It does not matter. And the other thing that bothers me with friendship, people will say, they'll wait. Oh, why you ain't call me? Well, why didn't you call me?
Phone rings both ways.
If you thought about me, you should have called me.
You should have picked up the phone and called me.
You probably didn't run across my mind today.
Yeah.
I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it's such a different, when you start crossing over into that maturity level and it gets, and your life starts to change, basically.
It does.
a lot of things are just so understood that you don't have to go into all the details that coddle people to explain. Because if it's hard, I just can't do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
I can't do it.
I can, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Let me just say
Let
that.
me say I won't.
And won't.
Yeah, I won't.
Thanks for adding that piece on, because we won't.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have the energy.
It's just too much going on. It's just too much. But you know, there are friends out there that will get angry
Yeah.
if you don't make time for them, and people don't realize it's not intentional. It's really, really not intentional. It's just prioritizing.
Right.
How do you balance the two?
You know what? I don't even feel like I have to balance.
That's good.
Because it, like when I talk to you, it's like if it's been weeks, we pick up like it, like we left off. So I don't even feel, and that's why I say if it's work, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
If I got to say, oh well, I had to do this, I can't do it. If I can't just, if it's been a month,
Yeah.
and you said, well, let me check on Kate. I'm gonna say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And catch up.
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh, she ain't called. I'm not doing all that.
No, we're not gonna do all that.
If it's too much work, I won't do it.
No, but what's so funny is that when we call each other on the phone, and you'll text me, like you texted me today and you said call me when you can or something. So I was driving, so I just called you, and I'll text you, hey, are you busy? You got a minute? Or call me when you get a minute. And that minute, I'm gonna stop saying that minute, because that minute is a lie.
Yeah, because it's always way longer.
Because it's way longer than a minute. It's probably at least 45, 60 minutes.
As long as
maybe 90 minutes. It could be. It just depends on what's happening. But it's okay.
It's all right. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But a lot of people don't realize that. And where we pick up, where we left off, but we see each other all the time. We see each other
at least every Sunday.
Yeah. And we may see each other throughout the week or something. Yeah. So it just depends on what's going on. But even during that time, we may not have a chance to catch up.
Right.
But we understand that.
Absolutely. You
have a husband. You have children. You have your family. You got your friends. You got, I didn't throw in the job yet. You got your job. You have things that you do with church.
Yeah.
You have the kids' Bible study that you do on, Tuesdays. And not to mention, you haven't even squeezed in time for you yet.
Right.
And I have all those things going on as well.
And some grandkids.
I forgot them.
And some grandkids.
Got a whole bunch of them now. I gotta start the side for the NBA. I mean, literally a starting 5 right now. So, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And if I have a friend that doesn't understand that I have this stuff, that's going on first,
then you're not my friend.
Then you're not my friend.
And it's okay.
And that's probably why my circle is as big as round as this cup right here.
But I think that's the best way to be. Because you have a bunch of people that claim and portray that we're friends, we this, that, and they have all that mess going on.
Yeah.
No, you really don't. You know who your friends are.
Yeah.
You know who your friends are.
Yeah. You definitely do. You definitely do. Another thing that I had brought up was, and I don't think we're going to be able to get into it yet.
Okay.
I touched on it earlier, but I want to touch on support and I want to touch on confidence.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And confiding in your friends.
Okay.
I definitely want to touch on that.
We'll have a 2-part.
Yeah, so we got at least 2 more. It might be some other stuff that we come up with this one. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how this conversation's gonna go. Okay. But we're gonna take a break here. Please head over to our website, jordanchristiancenter.com. You'll find the other links, I think, to the Bible studies or Sunday school lessons that are there that are taught by Pastor Hairston and also Minister Adam Butts. While you're here on this YouTube channel, please like the video, give us a comment on the video, hit that notification bell so that you know when Small Talk with Kenya and Dawn premieres, which is every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. So until then, have a great day.